Right here, this is Caitlin Clark all on her own, jumping out to double team. She sensed that she could get the steals, that she could create some havoc, and she did, and got the layup the other way.
Jones able to finish. That's Morgan Jones' game.
Man, we love the NBA. You got Magic Johnson, you got Larry Bird, you got Michael Jordan, you got the greatest, man. But if it's one thing the NBA and WNBA got in common, is that they got a superstar every once in a generation that shatters records and redefines what the sport's all about. Now in 2023, we got just that with Caitlin Clark. Now, she's been at the forefront of the sports industry for a long time, but her experience before this historic night is filled with disappointments. During her freshman season in 2021, her Iowa team fell short in the Sweet 16 against UConn and their star player, Paige Buckers. Now, the following year was even worse. Iowa fell to Creighton in the 32nd round, and since then, Clark ain't been able to perform at the success level that she's been anticipated to perform at, being one of the best college basketball players and whatnot. 2023 arrived. Now this time, Caitlin was dedicated to not falling victim to history repeating itself. So on March 26, 2023, Iowa fought against the Louisville Cardinals in the Elite Eight. Now their challenges were wild. The team from Louisville had Haley Van Lith, a proven March Madness MVP. Now the year prior, Van Lith had led her team to the Final Four, and that's something Caitlin still needed to check off her bucket list. Iowa was favored, at least on paper. Now they had a record of 29-6, while Louisville stood at 26-11. But y'all know with madness, anything goes. Now Clark had learned that the hard way in 2022 when her team was defeated as the number 2 seed. The stage was set, and this was more than just a game. This was a shot at creating victory and history. From the opening tip, Louisville came out swinging. Now Haley was on fire, scoring 8 quick points to give her team an early lead.
Press not quite what we're going to see tomorrow night from Ohio State.
Caitlin and Iowa found themselves down 8 points before they could even blink. Now this game was slipping away fast. At this moment, most players would just start panicking, they'd hesitate, they lose confidence. But Caitlin Clark ain't most players, so she took over.
But Louisville, a terrific defensive team as Clark finally shakes free and gets...
With Iowa on the ropes, Caitlin put the team back on track. First, she drilled a deep three-pointer. Then she dove to the rim and scored again. And seconds later, she hit another 3. And just like that, the 8-point deficit was gone.
Here's Van Lith, has it stolen by Clark. Clark trying to outrace Cochran, able to pizza pie at home.
And then out in transition. This is where Iowa really flourishes.
Now, Caitlin wasn't just playing well, she was controlling every second of the game.
Can't answer. Rebound Marshall. 13-10, Louisville lead. Oh, what a find. Clark to Warnock.
Now, she wasn't just scoring, she was making ridiculous passes, finding open teammates, and creating opportunities out of nothing.
Anna Stolke, impressive freshman. Big, getting ready to check in for Iowa. Clark, great feed. Warnock, she got it.
For years, people had compared Caitlin Clark to Steph Curry, and it's easy to see why. Unlimited range, she can pull up from anywhere and make it look easy.
Clark looking to shake free. Clark, step back 3 is good.
Smaller defender on Caitlin Clark. Look at the step back, hop into it.
Defenders were drawn to her like they are to Steph Curry, opening up space for her teammates. Now, she had that same fearless attitude, knowing the no shot was too big.
Here's Clark, guarded by Robinson. Clark firing again. Oh my! Caitlin Clark, a showstopper.
And then again, a different defender, but still on the smaller side and able to hit it.
Even Sue Bird, one of the greatest point guards of all time, was in the crowd watching Clark for the first time. Now, she couldn't believe what she was seeing. This wasn't just a good game, this was something special.
Here's Carr, floating it to no one in particular. Martin comes up with a steal. 15 points in the quarter for Clark. Zings it cross court, catch, fire, and hit.
As the quarter continued, Clark turned on the Jets in transition, stealing the ball and outrunning everybody down the court for an easy layup. Now, her energy was contagious.
Krislin Carr now 3 for 3 from downtown. Clark looking to shake Jones. Dumps it underneath. Warnock banks it in.
By the end of the first quarter, she'd already put up 15 points and Iowa was rolling.
Meanwhile, Louisville, nice response here. Oh, Clark shook free a moment. Warnock able to knock.
She continued to dominate, pushing Iowa's lead to double digits.
Look at two players shadowing Caitlin Clark.
Warnock again. McKenna Warnock delivering.
Open in the corner, drive and kick.
Now, Louisville wasn't going down without a fight. Van Lith, who'd been quiet early on, started heating up.
The floater is short from Molly Davis. Van Lith, she got it.
Yeah, she knocked down a big shot, cutting Iowa's lead to just 5. Meanwhile, Morgan Jones came off the bench and made an immediate impact, scoring on back-to-back possessions. On the other side of the court, though, Clark continued her magic.
Pointed, and it's obviously been effective. Clark finds Stolke, who lays it in.
She drained a step-back 3 over a smaller defender, making it look effortless. Now, Louisville threw different defenders at her, but she kept finding a way to score. When she wasn't scoring, she was making ridiculous passes, one of them a no-look dish to Warnock, who finished at the rim.
Moment. Here's Marshall open. Airmails that one. The putback is good.
Drea, get your crayons out. They're in the triangle in 2 to start the third quarter.
Here's Jones. Jones finesses it in.
Despite Iowa's strong play, Louisville went on a run late in the quarter. A quick steal led to an easy basket, and then Clark hit another deep 3. Now, suddenly, it was a 1-point game. The momentum was starting to shift, and Iowa needed to respond.
Now they're starting the second half.
And Iowa turns it over. Here's Carr off to the races. It is a 1-point game.
At the moment, the game could have gone either way.
Marshall gives it up. Martin can't hit from 3. Cochran secures it just for a moment because Warnock takes it away. Marshall hits the 3.
Would Caitlin crack under pressure? Would Louisville complete the comeback? No chance. Caitlin flipped the switch again, and she took over in a way that only the greats can.
Jones can't hit the quick jumper. Not sure Jeff Walls loved the shot. Here's Clark. Oh, what a no-look. Warnock finishes.
With the game hanging in the balance, Caitlin turned into a cheat code. She hit shots from deep beyond the arc.
Game.
That's not the shot.
Clark connects on a 3.
Now, she sliced through defenders like they wasn't even there. She made impossible passes look routine. Louisville's defense ain't got no answers to that.
Semifinals and final on ESPN2. Martin lines it up. She got it.
They threw double teams at her, but it didn't matter. She just used that to her advantage, setting up teammates for easy buckets. And she was playing chess while everybody else was playing checkers.
Here's Clark wide open. You bet. 31 for the Maestro.
Louisville struggled to contain Iowa's ball movement. Warnock, who'd been playing a strong all-around game, hit another clutch 3, extending the lead. Meanwhile, Stoke, the freshman, was making plays inside, cleaning up missed shots and finishing strong at the rim.
Did the hard part. Clark finds Marshall, catch, fire, and hit.
Defensively, Iowa stepped up too. Clark is known more for her offense, but made a key steal and turned it into a fast break layup. But Louisville kept on fighting, with Cochran hitting a few tough shots, but they just couldn't close the gap. By the fourth quarter, it was all too clear. This wasn't just another great performance, this was one of the greatest games in college basketball history.
Clark has it, get ahead, Marshall in for 2.
Clark had already scored 30-plus points, but she wasn't done. There was one more milestone within reach. No player, male or female, had ever reached a 40-point triple-double in NCAA tournament history, and Clark was 2 rebounds away.
You were wondering, well, could they have looked at it with 2 minutes even on the clock? The answer is yes, 2 minutes and under. Clark ahead to Marshall, who takes the layup, plus the foul.
With minutes left in the game, she grabbed those final rebounds. The crowd went nuts. 41 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. She has just done something that had never been done before. The final stats were jaw-dropping. 41 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 4 steals, and a ticket to the Final Four. This wasn't just a win. This was basketball history. She had just transcended the sport. Her name was now in the same breath as Jordan, Curry, Bird, and Magic. People weren't just watching a basketball game. They was witnessing the birth of a legend. With the Elite 8 win, Clark led Iowa to the Final Four for the first time in her career. But more importantly, she proved that she wasn't just a great player, she was an all-time great. Even today, her impact is being felt. She's inspired a new generation of athletes, proving that women's basketball can be just as exciting, dynamic, and historic as men's games. And yet, despite all her net success, Caitlin still faces hate, especially in the WNBA. Now, some people can't handle the way she dominates. but greatness always got its haters. The truth is, Caitlin Clark's here to stay, and March 26, 2023 will forever be remembered as the night that she became a basketball goddess. So what y'all think? Let us know in the comment section down below, and we'll catch y'all next time.